Hello students. Today we will study chapter number 22, Journey of a Seed. Students, farmers grow a variety of crops for human and animal consumptions. Some farmers raise animals while some grow crops. They buy seed from the market and plant them in soil. In India, many people who live in villages are farmers and agriculture is their main occupation. Now we know about the beginning of the farming. Long ago, humans were hunter gatherers. They moved from one place to another, hunting animals and gathering plants, fruits, seeds, and other edible materials. Gradually, they learned how to plant seeds. Perhaps they observed new plants that grew from seeds that were scattered on the ground accidentally. With the discovery of farming, early humans stopped moving from one place to another in search of food and started living settled lives. Now we will know about the types of crops. People grow many types of crops. Crops are classified according to the seasons in which they grow, the type of soil they need to grow, and the amount of water required to grow them. Rabi crops are grown in winter. They are sown in late October and harvested in March or April. Wheat, mustard, barley, pulses, and peas are examples of Rabi crops. Kharif crops are grown in monsoon. They are sown around end of May till early June. Kharif crops are harvested when monsoons are over in October. Maize, gram, rice, bajra, cotton, and groundnuts are example of kharif crops. Now we will study about the journey of food. The journey of food starts from a farm. Farmers usually follow a series of steps while growing crops. These steps are also called agricultural practices. Our first step is land preparation. A farmer prepares the soil for sowing seeds by plowing it. It is also known as tilling. Plowing helps to loosen and turn the soil. It makes the soil airy and helps the roots to penetrate the soil easily. It also increases water holding capacity of the soil. Unwanted plants or weeds are uprooted during plowing. The loosened soils also helps in the growth of earthworms. Students, earthworms are also called friends of farmers because they further turn and loosen the soil. Plowing is carried out with the help of wooden or iron plows, which are pulled by bullocks or buffaloes. The soil is then leveled with the help of a leveler. This prevents the soil from being eroded by wind and water. The next step is seed selection. It is very important to select good quality seed for sowing. Poor quality seeds do not germinate well and produce less crops. Seeds that are not damaged by insects, pests, and diseases must be used by farmers. The next step is sowing. The process of planting seeds in the soil is known as sowing. This method can be done manually or with a seed drill. The process of sowing seeds manually is called broadcasting. However, broadcasting results in an unequal distribution of seeds. A seed drill consists of an iron tube with a funnel at the top. For proper spacing of seeds, a seed drill is attached to the plow. It ensures that the seeds are sown evenly and at the right depth. It also prevents damage caused by birds and saves times and labors. Seeds of wheat, maize, bajra, and mustard are sown using this method. The next step is irrigation. Crops need water to grow. In India, farmers are dependent on rainfall to water the fields. However, rainfall is irregular. Therefore, farms must be irrigated manually. The process of watering crops is called irrigation. Some of the common methods of irrigation are furrow irrigation, basin or flood irrigation, sprinkler irrigation and drip irrigation. Now we will study about these types of irrigation. First of them is furrow irrigation. Some farmers have tube wells on their farms to irrigate their fields. A tube well pumps the groundwater to channel called furrows made in the fields. Second type is basin or flood irrigation. This is a simple method of irrigation in which a field is just filled or flooded with water. Sprinkler irrigation. In sprinkler irrigation, water is sprayed in the fields using sprinklers. This type of irrigation is used in fields which have soil that cannot retain water. Some farmers irrigate their fields with water from tanks, open wells, canals, and even lakes and ponds in their villages. The requirement of water varies with the crop and the season. Another method is drip irrigation. In drip irrigation, a network of pipes or valves helps distribute the water by allowing it to drip slowly to the roots of the plants. This is done either from above the soil surface or directly to the roots buried below the surface. Next step is adding manures and fertilizers. Manure and fertilizers are added to make the soil fertile. Manure is made of plant and animal waste, whereas fertilizers are made from chemicals. Manure is believed to be better than fertilizers. The next step is weeding. Unwanted and harmful plants that grow along with the crops are called weeds. Removal of these unwanted plants is called weeding. Weeds do not allow crops to grow as they absorb all the nutrients in the soil. Weeds can be removed by hand or by using tools such as a trowel or harrow. Some weeds are removed by using chemicals. Next step is crop protection. Crops need to be protected from insects, pests, birds, and animals. Farmers spray chemicals called insecticides and pesticides to remove insects and pests from farms. A scarecrow, which is a dummy often in the shape of a human, is placed to scare away birds. Fencing is used to protect crops from animals. The next step is harvesting. The process of gathering ripe crops from fields is known as harvesting. When the crops are ripe and mature, they are ready for harvesting. Crops should be harvested at the right time to get a good produce. Harvesting is done with the help of sickles or harvesting machines. Harvested grains are separated from their stalks by threshing. It can be done with the help of animals such as bulls, camels, and buffaloes who trample the grains by walking over them. Many tools and machines can also be used for threshing. The process of separating husk or chaff from the grains is called winnowing. A combined harvester is a machine that harvests, threshes, and winnows the grain. It is used on the modern farms. Traditionally, winnowing is done by allowing grains to fall from a height. Chaff being lighter is blown away by the wind while the grain falls on the ground. And the last step is storing and selling grains. Most of the agricultural processes have been mechanized, which saves labor and time. Some farmers send the crops to factories where, after being processed, they are packed and sent to the market. Farmers dry and store their crops in gunny bags, silos, or godowns. They sell it to wholesalers who in turn sell to shopkeepers. We buy cereals, pulses, vegetables, and fruits from shopkeepers. Now we know about the problems which are faced by the farmers. In India, there are many farmers who do not own land or fields. They are landless farmers. They work on farms owned by others to earn a living. They do all the work on the fields, right from sowing seeds, harvesting to threshing. They are daily wage laborers and get paid by the day. On days when there is no work on the fields, they must look elsewhere for work and money. Some farmers own small pieces of land and sell most of the crop for money to take care of the needs of their family. They are called subsistence farmers. Subsistence farmers often borrow money from local moneylenders to buy agricultural tools, seeds, fertilizers, and pesticides. If their crops fail because of less rainfall or because of poor quality seeds, the farmers cannot return the money to moneylenders. In distress, many farmers finally sell their land and migrate to the cities in search of a better life. Thank you.